But what good are fortifications you can't
I'm
defend?
thinking of buying a rowboat, or
No
maybe a
fucking
punt.
good at all.
Henry, how are you doing?
You know how it goes. It could always be worse. The war might be over, but the stench of it doesn't fade so easily.
You know what?
And more to the point,
I'll buy one too.
how are you, sir?
We can start a
I'm sorry
ferry
you had to
service.
abandon your fortress.
It breaks my heart, too. To think I wanted to get out of here not long ago. Foolishness. But that's behind us now. Life goes on.
Anyway, sir, I don't mean to be rude, but I doubt you just want to ask how I'm doing.
No. You're right. Let me get to the point. I need help with something, but I have no one to ask. Even though I know you have a lot on your plate.
I'd be happy to offer my services. What's it about?
An old friend of mine reached out to me, Albik of Unichov. Does the name ring a bell?
Sadly, I haven't had the good fortune yet.
Well, in this case, it's more the other way round. When you meet him, you'll be the unfortunate one. Albik is a physician. To be exact, King Wenceslas' personal physician. It's whispered at court that the king has fallen seriously ill while imprisoned in Vienna.
Sigismund focuses on plundering his kingdom, and Wenceslas's health hardly seems to concern him, does it?
Maybe.
Damn. That does sound serious.
When Master Albik heard about it, he decided to act.
He wants to go all the way to Vienna to see the king.
No, for now he's heading to Sedletz. Abbot Jan holds considerable influence at Sigismund's court. Albik wants to visit him and ask for his intercession.
Makes sense. You can't just show up in Vienna and knock on the door.
A mediator is needed. Only, I don't know if Albik chose the right man. The abbot is a politically shrewd figure and might well use Albik's visit to his own advantage.
And how does all this concern me?
As I said, it's a matter of security. God forgive me, our king's health is of course above all. But right now, I'm more worried about Albik. It took some effort, but I convinced him to wait, at least until I find him a reliable escort. And believe me, it wasn't easy. That mule's got a scholar's head, but it's a stubborn one.
Can you tell me more about the abbot? Sorry, but it sounds like you're afraid of him.
Look, Henry, every high-ranking cleric's a politician in his own way. What worries me about Abbot Jan is what he ascribes his authority to. Others claim their vocation is divine will. He sees it somewhat the other way round.
I don't really get it.
It's only natural for an abbot or a bishop to question the morality of his acts. One must act, even if it means confession and penance later. Abbot Jan, though, seems to think that his every move and scheme is divine will itself, and that could be dangerous.
What's that got to do with you?
Albik and I go way back. He's been living over the Alps for a few years, studying at the university in Padua. As soon as I heard about Wenceslas, I asked him to come back. It's a serious matter, and when it comes to the king's health, he's the best there is. But I didn't expect him to act so rashly.
So, if I've got this straight, you want me to escort Wenceslas's court physician to the Sedletz monastery, where they don't usually let anyone in, and the abbot is as thick as thieves with Sigismund, so Albik, who was dead set on going himself, can try to get access to the imprisoned Wenceslas.
No, actually, yes, that's exactly it.
All right, I'll go with Albik. Last time I was at the monastery, it was, quite an experience.
Experience?
That's a long story. So what do you want me to do?
Stop by Albik's place, will you? He lives across the street with the quack. and give him this letter so he knows I'm sending you in person.
Tarmark, apothecary. All right, I'll go find him.
Good luck. I'll be in your debt.
It's you. Back already?
Looks like it, doesn't it?
It sure does. Go on then. How was it?
Gepriesen sei der Herr. What do you need?
I'm looking for Master Albic. I heard he lives here.
That's right, but he's not in at the moment. What do you want from him?
I've got a letter for him from Lord Peter of Pisek. Do you know when he'll be back?
No idea. He went over to the neighbors in quite a rush. The women of the house sent for him. Apparently, their mate's unwell.
Albic is treating a common maid.
Well, that's just the kind of man he is.
Who are these neighbors?
Just townsfolk, same as any around here. They live 2 doors down towards the square.
That's all I needed. Thanks.
Wiedersehen.
Quality goods here.
A blessed morning to you. We're now open.
Master Albic? Shh. I was sent by...
I don't know how you got in, but be quiet now. Take a deep breath.
Forgive me, Master, but this is really urgent. Sir Peter of Pisek sent me to you.
Even if the devil himself sent you, be quiet. I need and I demand silence. And you, please. Deep breaths. All right. Your breathing is improving.
It still hurts in the chest, sir. Like a horse sat on me.
A nettle compress will get your blood flowing. It'll ease off. Ribs aren't broken and the lungs sound clean. I have a potion made for you. Take it every morning and night, and stay in bed for a few more days.
But, sir, who'll see to the house? Who'll cook? My mistress won't allow.
I'll speak with her. What you need is rest. Next time, please don't interrupt me. I need peace for my work.
I'm sorry. I didn't realise.
Well, it doesn't matter now. You said Lord Pisek sent you, didn't you? I think I know what this is about.
Sir Peter of Pisek gave me this letter for you, sir.
Really? Let's have a look.
Here it is. My name's Henry, and Lord Pisek says I should escort you to the monastery in Sedletz.
Yes, yes. Peter and I had a bit of a disagreement about this matter last time. Look, Henry, I appreciate your offer, but I don't think I require your services. Either way, you delivered the letter, and I am sure Lord Pisek will reward you for that.
Are you seriously not afraid to go to the monastery alone? You do know Sigismund has taken up there, don't you?
Sigismund? He's gone already.
It may not be only him. Don't forget his influence. You can never be sure who to trust.
I don't believe Sigismund would do anything to me. He has no reason to. And he doesn't act rashly. In a way, he actually owes me. Still, I wouldn't want to count on that.
You really expect me to just walk away?
Well, if you feel that... What the hell is that racket?
Hey! Albek!
Christ, give me strength. Another bunch of impatient wretches. Perhaps it's time I finally had a proper word with them.
Get out here, you piss fart!
Well, they don't look much like the debating sort.
That's unfortunately true. On the other hand, it was fortunate Lord Pisek, despite my objections, sent me a personal guard, right?
You mean me?
Who else? Come on, in the worst case, I'll just see what you're made of.
So, you finally decided to come out. About time. I won't be kept waiting in the street like some mangy mutt.
I've told you several times already. I'm busy.
Because you're wasting time on some wench instead of helping someone who actually matters.
No person is more important than any other.
Ha! For your own good, I'll pretend I didn't hear that nonsense.
Have you lost your mind? You do realise you're threatening the royal position? All it takes is one word, and you're off to the scaffold.
What?
You mean the king?
Who else? The Kingfisher?
Bloody hell. Corva, fuck!
Look, it's not that big a deal, right? We'll be on our way. Sorry to bother you, Master Albig.
It's all right. God be with you.
And with you. Forever and ever.
Well, that's that.
I must say, you surprise me, Henry. And pleasantly so. Perhaps your company might come in handy at the monastery after all. What do you say? Will you come with me?
Yes. Let's go.
You can't go to the monastery dressed like that. Your armor would draw too much attention. Simple clothing will do. Go and change, then come back.
All right.
I don't want to get locked up.
I'm ready. Let's go to the monastery.
Excellent.
Well, there's nothing keeping me here. Let's go now.
I'll just grab a few essentials. All right, then. I think we can go. I've got everything I need. And you?
I'm ready too. Let's go.
Off we go.
Father Abbot.
Albert, my friend. Christ be praised. Master Albert, welcome. I admit I didn't expect we'd meet again so soon.
But at the Italian court, I told you I needed to speak to His Majesty.
I know, of course. But after what happened, and now with what's going on here, nonetheless, King Sigismund has already returned to Hungary.
My friend, we both know your influence reaches well beyond the monastery walls.
And so does yours. In any case, you can gain access to Sigismund's court on your own. We both know how. That matter still hasn't been settled, Albrecht. The king cares about it.
Actually, forgive me. These are grave matters concerning His Royal Majesty. Can we speak privately somewhere?
I'd like that, but I'm afraid things are rather complicated right now.
Well, what's going on, my friend? You seem a little uneasy.
I am. There are 3 seriously ill patients in the infirmary, gravely ill, and I fear the worst.
The Black Death?
Sadly, we can't rule it out. And I say that as someone who's lived through one outbreak already, and survived.
Well, does it look like the plague?
You think I'd be alarmed over nothing?
Forgive me, Father. And who are these 3 patients?
2 are members of the monastery, Confessor Stephen and Brother Yaroslav, who works in the scriptorium, and one of the maidservants.
Something seems off to you, Albert.
Yes, the maid. Women aren't allowed in the cloister, and they don't meet with the monks, do they?
Of course not. That's out of the question.
Then how could she have been infected along with 2 monks?
That, alas, I don't know.
Where would it have come from? The monastery is isolated. Few are allowed inside the cloisters.
Before King Sigismund decided to stay here, we took in many folk fleeing his army. We gave those poor souls food, shelter. Some of them washed in clean water for the first time in weeks.
And in poverty, hunger, and filth, all sorts of illnesses thrive.
On top of that, there's construction going on inside the church. There are all sorts of craftsmen and laborers in the monastic courtyard.
So you think the plague came in from outside?
It's possible. No one really knows how the plague begins. All we know is that it spreads among people fast.
What are we going to do, Albert?
We'll go and see to the sick, of course. Then there'll be no reason we can't speak to the abbot in private about our matter.
But what if we catch it?
My mission is to help those in need. And that risk is part of it. You're free to walk away, of course.
Lord Pisek assigned me to guard you.
I believe he had other kinds of danger in mind.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Thank you, Albrecht, for volunteering. I wouldn't have dared ask it of you.
No need to thank me. I'm a physician. And there are people here in need of help. Not only those in the infirmary. If we can rule out plague, that may put your mind at ease too.
That's what I'm praying for. And of course, I'm open to discussing that matter of ours later on. I'll have a room prepared for you right in the infirmary. Brother Benedict, one of our novices, is there, and will tell you all you need to know.
Thank you. But I'd like to ask one small favor. I've been here many times before, but Henry's here for the first time. Would one of the brothers be able to show him the monastery? I'd rather he not get lost like I did all those years ago.
Of course. If you'd like, Henry, just ask Brother Petramil. I just spoke with him before you arrived. He'll show you around and gladly answer any questions.
Thank you, Father.
Very well. We've talked long enough. Let's get to work. Will you come with me to the infirmary, Henry?
Of course. Wouldn't let you go alone, would I?
I didn't think so. Tell me, Henry, didn't the abbot seem anxious to you?
Yes. Although it's not like he tried to hide it much. The plague's a terrible
Hail
illness.
Mary.
But surely they
Why were you
recognise it
going?
in the infirmary. Why would he need you?
Well, the thing is, the monastery isn't in great shape. Not that you'd notice right away. King Wenceslas borrowed heavily from Sedletz, and now the monastery has to sell land to pay off its debts. And when Sigismund marched on the town with his army, that didn't help matters either. And if plague really did break out, that could be the final nail in the coffin. The abbot might be forced to dissolve the monastery. But let's not jump to conclusions. I want to see the sick with my own eyes before we start worrying about the plague. So, this is the confessor. What do you make of it, Henry?
I wouldn't know. I'm no physician like you.
Well, the good news, I suppose, is that he's not in agony. Pain's part of life, but no one deserves to suffer too much. Compassion, Henry, whether for the suffering or even the enemy, is part of every good physician's character. Unfortunately, not every physician is a good one.
Albek? Albek of Unichov?
Zacharias? What are you doing here?
Wherever His Majesty goes, I must follow. You know how it is. But why aren't you in Padua, studying? Have you been missing your homeland?
I was summoned home for urgent matters. And since I'm here, the abbot asked for my help.
Ah, yes. This plague he's so afraid of.
Plague? Do you believe it? Am I such a poor teacher?
Of course not. But until now, it was just my word against the abbot's. In other words, I am truly glad you're here, my friend.
Henry, allow me to introduce Master Zacharias of Prchatsitz. He once studied under me, but became a trusted friend, and eventually the personal physician of King Sigismund.
You flatter me, Albek. The road to that post was a good deal more torturous than you make it sound. And you are...
Henry of Skalitz. By order of Sir Peter of Pisek, I'm here to protect Master Albek.
Though I've no idea from what. But who am I to argue, eh?
Quit complaining. You might find an aide like him more useful than you think. Anyway, this here is Dinesh. He didn't come entirely of his own will either, but he's proven a reliable man.
Dinesh Latskvi, gentlemen.
Well then, now we all know each other, shall we finally return to the matter of the patients? Zacharias, I presume the abbot summoned you for the same reason as me.
Aye, though I've only had time to merely examine them all.
So what did you find out?
All three share the same symptoms. It begins with weakness, then comes fever, rash, and later bloody diarrhea. By far the best off is the confessor here. He can still talk. The maid and the translator from the scriptorium are much worse. They sleep most of the day, and when they do speak, It's nonsense, because they're delirious with fever.
Right. In that case, first we need to bring down the fever. Have they given you anyone to assist?
Yes, Benedict. He's a novice and a bit odd, but he knows more about alchemy than most.
We'll need linen and clean water for compresses. Pre-boiled water is best. Have you got chamomile decoctions?
Benedict brews a fresh batch every evening.
And what are they feeding them?
Mostly bread, fruit. Yesterday they had fish, but they haven't eaten much of it.
Well, I thought as much. They might as well give them dry pretzels. They should be getting something light and nourishing. Preferably in liquid form, broths, stews, thin porridge.
Agreed. Dinesh will speak to Solarius Julian. You know the way to the kitchen, right?
Consider it done.
Then fetch herbs from Joachim. I gave him a list of what we'll need.
Gentlemen?
Joachim, you say? Well now.
Who's this Joachim? You know him?
The monastery herbalist. He lives in a hut in the garden behind the infirmary. But if I were you, I wouldn't bother him too much. He's a grumpy old fellow.
You say that because you don't know him. I'll tell you more about him, Henry. But we have more pressing concerns right now.
Can I help in any way?
The best thing you could do is find out what the patients were doing before they ended up here. Diseases spread through foul air. So if we find where the three of them were breathing the same air, we'll find the source of the infection too.
Who should I start with?
If I were you, I'd start with the confessor. He's the only one still lucid enough to speak. Better hurry. He might take a turn for the worse any moment.
Who should I ask about the maid?
As far as I know, her name's Blezhna. She gets her work assignments from Steward Zdenek. So I'd go and speak to him. And apparently, she's got a friend here. She might know something too. Try and find her.
Who might know the monk who was translating in the scriptorium?
Everything to do with books is handled by the librarian. His name's Crispin. He likes the sound of his own voice, but if you're patient, he might tell you what our patient was working on.
Can I help with anything else?
No, that's more than enough now.
Once you've found something, come back. Maybe we'll have figured out more by then.
Look, maybe we could have a rematch once they let us out.
How do you feel?
Like I'm turning inside out.
Don't worry. I'll let you rest. But first, I need to know who you've been seeing lately. And where.
What? Why?
Because Master Albic ordered me to. The royal physician who's in charge of your care now too.
So you don't really know anything yourself. You're just repeating what he said. And now you're asking me to do something that serious. I'm a confessor, you know? I can't. I mustn't break the seal of confession or tell you what anyone confided in me.
I'm not asking you to reveal anything. The names will do.
Dear boy, if I give you names, no one will believe I've left it at that. I'm sorry, but I just can't help you.
I understand. I won't pressure you. Get some rest.
Wait, please. Do you think that I might ask you for something?
What is it?
I'd like to have some flowers. Something living to cover up the ever-present stench of decoctions.
What would you want flowers for? You'd be better off brewing a fever remedy from them.
Do I need a reason? I just like them. Their color, their fragrance. That's what I miss the most here.
I'll see what's growing nearby and bring you some. It'll brighten the place up a bit at least.
Thank you, lad.
Nothing's helping!
Try to calm down first. Where did you say it hurts?
Down here, under my belly. It's like someone stabbed me with a brick or poke.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Maybe a few smacks while they're at it. And I'll...
Good day to you. You're Zdeněk, right? They say you're the steward here. I need to find out something about Blažena.
She's lying in the infirmary. What's it to you?
She's in a bad way. Master Albik is treating her, but to work out what's wrong, I need to know what she's been doing lately.
Oh, I see. That's different. What do you want to know then?
What sort of work does Blažena usually do?
All sorts. She's a maid, so she does whatever needs doing.
Did she ever go into the monastery?
What would she do there? Women aren't allowed in. But she still manages to get where she's not allowed.
What do you mean by that?
It'll sound terrible with her being sick now.
Whatever it is, out with it.
I think she's been stealing. Lately, food's been going missing from the pantry, and she and I are the only ones with a key. I was just about to throw her out, but then she fell ill.
Where does Blažena sleep? I'd like to take a look at her room.
What for? How do I know you won't nick something?
Excuse me? I can bring Master Albik here if you like, but he's got better things to do. Like saving Blažena and the others.
All right, no need to shout. Blažena sleeps in the house across from the church, like most of the help. When you enter, go through the door on the right, then up the stairs. Her bed and chest are by the window.
I'll take a look there if that's all right. Who was Blažena closest with here?
She shared a room with Valerie. I had to separate them more than once so they'd stop chatting and get to work.
And how do I recognise Valerie?
Easy. She's the only blonde among the maids.
And where do I find Valerie?
That's her, standing over there. But listen, don't tell her what I suspect. She might take it the wrong way.
Thanks.
Do you know what's going on with Joachim as of late? Greetings. Do you need something?
I need to find something out about Blažena. And they say you know her better than anyone.
Well, we share a room, but we're not that close, really. Why?
I'm helping the physician treating her, and anything I find out could help. I spoke to the steward, but he wasn't very helpful.
Zdeněk? I don't know. I doubt I'll tell you anything he hasn't already.
What is it? Why are you suddenly on edge?
When Blažena fell ill, I was there. I sleep right next to her. What if I caught it too?
Don't pretend. You were calm until I said your steward sent me.
Shh! Quiet!
What is it?
I'll tell you something, but not in front of him. If he heard, he'd skin me alive.
As long as I'm here, he won't touch you. You've got nothing to fear.
That's just it. You're not here forever. One day you'll leave, and then what'll happen to me?
I don't think Zdeněk will forget about me so easily.
That's what you think. Wait till Zdeněk's gone. Then we can talk. Take care then.
That's a lot of coin. Suspiciously much for a common maid.
Blessings to you.
Smacks while they're at it, and I'll talk to the steward. I tried that already. Who? What are you poking around that door for, eh?
Two hired hands are brawling by the pond.
Brawling? What for?
Well, when I walked past, one of them was clutching his crotch, and the other had chucked a stone into the pond when he saw me.
What? Where are they?
Over by the pond.
Oh, thrash 'em both. Give 'em a bit of time off and they start castrating each other.
Let me... Not now. I told you, the steward mustn't hear us.
The steward can't see us or hear us now. So, what did you want to tell me?
Tell me first what he told you about Blazena.
Well, he said he suspects that Blazena's been stealing.
That scoundrel. I knew he'd try feeding you lies.
The thing is, I actually found a pile of groschen in Blazena's chest. If she's not stealing, how would she come by that kind of wealth?
Well, what if it's not hers? What if Zdeněk planted it there? I saw him going through Blazena's things, her chest.
And you think he planted the silver there?
Not just that. I saw him take something out of the chest.
And do you know exactly what he took?
No. It was already getting dark, and the bastard's quick with his hands. But it must have been something small. Right after that, he slipped out and went down into the cellar outside.
And what sort of cellar is it?
The entrance is in the yard, under the stairs. There's food down there, but mainly that's where the monastery wine is kept. There are a few rooms down there, and only Zdeněk has a key to some of them.
Sounds like a perfect place to stash stolen goods. Do you know where Zdeněk sleeps? Maybe I should have a look.
We live in the same house. Me and Blazena sleep upstairs. He's got a bed in the kitchen downstairs, just opposite the door.
But why would Zdeněk lie about Blazena stealing?
I don't know what went on between them, but lately he's been giving her a hard time. I think he wants to get rid of her.
Now? When poor Blazena's ill?
That's just grist to his mill. The poor lass can't even defend herself, and he wants to take advantage of it.
Why would the steward want to get rid of an ordinary maid?
Isn't it enough that he's a scoundrel? Maybe he fancied her and she laughed in his face. Serves him right.
Did Blazena have a sweetheart?
That? I'm not entirely sure.
So someone's been sniffing round her?
I only ever saw her once, chatting cheerfully in the doorway of the monastery with some monk.
Monks aren't supposed to talk to women, right?
And I haven't told anyone but you about it, and you keep it to yourself too. Blazena's got it hard enough as it is.
Where did Blazena usually go around the monastery?
All over?
Right, but that doesn't help me. Where did only she go?
Zdeněk gave her the pantry key, so she was the only one who had access to it.
And where is that pantry?
That same cellar I already told you about. The one I saw Zdeněk run into.
That'll do for now. I'll take a look in that cellar and see what I can find.
Right, but how is all this supposed to help Blazena get better?
Well, to be honest, I don't know myself. But Master Albik said to find out what I can.
And how is Blazena doing?
I don't know. I don't want to frighten you, or give you false hope, either. But at least she's in good hands.
Let's hope she recovers. I miss her high spirits. And her laugh. Without her, it's so horribly quiet here. Take care, then.
That's a lot of water. What's Stenyek using it for? These must be barrels from Lorca.
Greetings, lad. What do you want?
Your brother Crispin, right? I'm here about Yaroslav. I heard he works here as a translator.
Ah, yes. Poor Yaroslav. I pray daily for his recovery. God has blessed him with an extraordinary talent and a sharp mind. It would be a terrible loss if... But no. Such thoughts help no one. And who are you, anyway?
My name is Henry. I'm helping Master Albik in the infirmary.
Very well. What do you want to know about Yaroslav?
Could you tell me, please, where he was staying?
He has a cell in the dormitory upstairs. Go up the stairs in front of the scriptorium and turn right. Then it's the 5th cell from the door.
Thanks. I'll take a look. What exactly was Yaroslav doing here?
He's working on a translation of a book that came to us all the way from Genoa. While he was well, he spoke of nothing else. He knows Latin, Italian, and French. And thanks to his work, we have several valuable translated volumes in the library.
What book was he translating?
It's called the Decameron.
And what's the Decameron about?
I've not read it myself. I'm not as well versed in Italian as Yaroslav. I was waiting for him to finish the translation, but he spoke of it as a groundbreaking work of indescribable value. He even believed it might one day uplift the Christian people beyond their worldly suffering. He was so excited he barely ate or slept, just kept working. I thought it best to let him focus solely on the translation and assigned his other duties to others.
Where did Yaroslav work?
Here in the scriptorium, of course. You'll find his usual place right by the entrance. But be careful, he's got something unfinished there. He's spent so much time on it that it must be nearly done by now. It'd be a shame to ruin it just before completion.
Don't worry. I'll be careful. Who here knew Yaroslav best?
Most likely, Brother Celestine. He helps with copying books too, though he doesn't have nearly the same talent.
Celestine, you say? I should speak to him. Thanks. That's all I needed.
Till we meet again.
It's almost empty. What was Yaroslav working on all those days? Plans of the cellars? What did he need those for?
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
What do you know about Brother Yaroslav? The librarian said you knew him better than anyone.
That's right. We joined the monastery at the same time and just got on somehow.
How does Yaroslav spend his time when he's not in the scriptorium?
Why are you even asking?
Master Albik put me up to it. He's treating him now. He said it might help if we knew more about Yaroslav.
I see. And how is he? Is the treatment working?
Honestly, I don't. I'm no physician.
I understand. I'll just keep praying for him then. What did you want to know?
How does Yaroslav spend his time?
Same as all of us. Work, prayer, studying the scriptures, and sleep. Yaroslav is completely immersed in his books. He's currently translating a new one from Italian. It's called the Decameron. He often stays in the scriptorium late into the night because of it. Shows up for morning prayers with his hands, sometimes even his nose, stained with ink.
Really? Crispin told me how hard-working Yaroslav is, but he's barely translated anything from his latest book.
What makes you say that?
Well, simple. The book is still lying in the scriptorium, and when I opened it, it was practically empty.
That's... You must be mistaken.
Why don't you believe me?
I do. I just don't want you going around and slandering Yaroslav left and right.
That's really not my aim. But I think I might be onto something. I just don't yet know what. And if you won't tell me anything, I'll probably have to ask the librarian again.
Wait. Don't say anything to Crispin.
Oh? And why not?
Because he simply wouldn't understand. Oh dear. Promise you really won't tell anyone.
Word of honor. Now talk.
All right. I just hope Yaroslav forgives me. One night he accidentally woke me. The door to his cell creaks horribly. I already suspected his translation was taking oddly long, so I followed him that night. At first, it looked like he was heading to the scriptorium, but after he went down the stairs he turned right and went down into the cellars. But when I went in after him, I couldn't see him anymore. I lost him in the dark.
Then you've no idea where he might have gone?
Not a clue. As far as I know, it's just barrels of wine down there. And empty wine barrels.
Why didn't you want to tell me?
Because I just don't want Yaroslav to get expelled from the monastery.
Just for going to the cellar? That doesn't mean anything.
What if he was meeting someone down there? Someone no one's supposed to see him with.
What, like a woman?
Well, I once saw him standing in the monastery doorway with some wench, and they looked like they were having a grand old chat.
And where exactly did you lose him in the cellars?
In the corridor leading to the scriptorium, at the passage to the stairs to the lower level.
There's just one more thing I'd like to know. Has Yaroslav spoken to Brother Stephen recently? About confession, maybe?
I don't think so. Yaroslav doesn't neglect prayer or fasting, but he only rarely resorts to confession.
So you mean he sins, but avoids confessing it?
He hardly sees anything as sin. How can I put it? He chose a life of asceticism, but he's not afraid to live. He once said, "Why would God create the world if he didn't want man to discover it?"
The wench you saw Yaroslav with, was her name Blazhena? Because she's now in the infirmary with that same illness.
I don't know. I was mainly looking at Yaroslav. I don't even know any of the maids by name.
That's enough for now.
I'm sorry.
This must be where Yaroslav got lost when Celestin followed him. There's wine in the air. Someone must have spilled a cask. Someone's walked through the spilled wine. The trail continues here. I can't open this door without a key.
God grant you health.
They're sitting in there.
Come now. You've no right to be...
wine in a tub. But it looks watered down to me. Could Zdeněk have poured water into it? Why is there wine spilled everywhere? Of course. Now I get it. Steward Zdeněk's watering down the monastery wine. If the abbot found out about this, he'd throw him out. I know you're watering down the monastery wine.
I beg your pardon?
Don't act like you didn't hear. You know exactly what I meant.
You feeling all right? Maybe you should lie down.
I saw your cellar.
What? But no one's allowed down there.
And I know exactly why. Now we're gonna have a little chat.
All right. But not here. Come with me, if anyone heard you.
Fine. Let's go. But don't try anything.
I'm not stupid.
God be with you, neighbor.
Greetings to you too. Poor money. Died
Come closer. I don't want to shout here.
So, what have you got to say about the wine?
Me? Nothing. And I'll make sure you don't say anything either.
And what if I don't keep quiet?
Oh, you will. One way or another.
That stick doesn't frighten me.
You haven't had a good hiding in a while, have you?
No, I haven't. And do you know why?
I don't, and I don't care. Defend yourself. You're mine! I'm all yours! All right, enough. I clearly misjudged you.
I'd say so.
What do you want from me?
First of all, give me your axe.
All right. Here.
That's the way.
Anything else?
Why did you lie to me about Blazhena? About her stealing?
What's Blazhena got to do with all this anyway? Did that bitch tell you something?
She didn't say a word, because she couldn't. She's barely alive. And anyway, why would she tell me anything?
Because she figured it out too. One time I forgot to lock the cellar door behind me and she caught me at it.
So that's why you lied about her? So no one would believe her if she gave you away? You're a right bastard, you know that?
Go to hell.
They say you were rummaging through her chest. And you took something.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Don't deny it. They saw you. So what did you take?
Well, this key.
Hand it over. Why did you take it in the first place? Do you even know what it's for?
It's for the monastery cellar.
You mean your cellar?
No, it's the key to the cellar under the monastery.
But how would Blazena get something like that? Women aren't even allowed in the monastery.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Christ. And that's all you know?
That's it, I swear.
All right, I believe you. Now get out.
Wait! Promise me you won't tell the abbot about the wine. He'd have me hanged, or kicked out if I'm lucky. But if I stay here at the monastery, I could be useful to you.
How useful?
As the steward, I can get all sorts. Lockpicks and other handy things.
We'll see. I'll think about it. But now clear off.
Greetings to you.
We thank you, Heavenly Father, for all the graces and gifts. Open our hearts.
What the? Hey! How did you get in here? And who are you?
I'm trying to find out more about the 3 sick people in the infirmary. And all the signs led me right here.
Christ's precious passion. May the Lord forgive us.
Forgive you for what? And who even are you?
Wojtek. We were, writing a book here. All of us.
What book are you talking about? You don't mean the Decameron?
Oh no. Yaroslav finished that one long ago.
What are you on about? The book on his lectern in the scriptorium is almost empty.
When Yaroslav started translating the Decameron, he soon realized what it was really about. He became afraid that if Brother Crispin, or, God forbid, the abbot, found out, they'd forbid him to continue the translation. They might even have the book destroyed. What a loss that would be. So once he'd finished the translation, he hid it down here instead.
So Yaroslav was working on something new down here?
The Decameron left a strong impression on him. He decided to write a book of his own, in the same spirit, to celebrate what is as valuable to man as love, or the spiritual life. He later asked Brother Ernest and me to work on the book together.
And what exactly did Yaroslav want to write about?
About humor, wit, laughter. About everything that can make a person laugh.
Why would someone write about that, of all things? I thought books were meant to be about...
Something lofty?
Oh, something like that.
Yaroslav believed that a sense of humor could help a person in hard times just as much as strong faith could.
There's something to that. Who knows how I'd have ended up if I hadn't been able to laugh at myself from time to time.
Just like Yaroslav said, laughter and humor are gifts from our Lord. among the mightiest. But the brothers probably wouldn't see it that way. That's why we met and worked in secret. Sometimes we'd write all night, other times we'd get into heated debates. And sometimes we just tried to outdo each other with witty sayings.
So, basically you were sitting down here telling jokes all night?
Among other things, but mostly we were working.
Go on then. Tell me one of the jokes you came up with.
Now? All right then. All right. Here's one. Do you know why monks lie down in the meadow among the sheep? Because they're waiting for the good shepherd.
All right, that's enough. I'd like to ask you something else. Who helped write your book?
Me, obviously Yaroslav, and Brother Ernest, and also Blazhina.
And what was Blazhina doing here? She's a maid. She probably can't write. And women aren't allowed in the monastery, are they?
I didn't get it at first either. Why Yaroslav brought her here. If anyone had found out, the abbot would have thrown us all out. But I soon understood. Humor isn't just for the educated or wealthy, let alone just for men. Laughter belongs to everyone. How could we grasp its breadth with just our limited experience?
So, this isn't about any sin? Blazhina's just funny?
More than that. Her laughter, sense of humor, her knack for knowing when to make a joke. It's a true gift from God.
Who exactly is Ernest? I don't think I've met him.
One of the older brothers. He's in charge of all the building and repairs in the monastery.
And do you know if he might have fallen ill, too?
No idea. But now that you mention it, I haven't seen him for a while. And when I think how Yaroslav and Blazhina are doing...
I'd best go and check on him myself. Where's his cell?
It's one of those under the abbot's quarters. The middle one on the right, if you're facing from the courtyard.
And how are you feeling, anyway? Are you all right?
Yes, at least for now.
No symptoms? Weakness, rash, fever, anything?
Nothing like that, I swear.
If you start feeling bad, report to the infirmary at once. Understood?
Of course.
What about the elder confessor, Stephen? Was he never part of this?
He's got nothing to do with it. He doesn't know a thing, unless someone slipped up during confession.
How long have you been meeting here?
Since the start of summer.
So at least 30 days?
Roughly. I don't remember exactly. Sorry.
Where did you say Brother Ernest's cell is?
It's one of those under the abbot's quarters. The middle one on the right, if you're facing from the courtyard.
I've heard enough. I'll go and check on Ernest now.
Wait. What about me? What's going to happen to me?
I told you, if you're not feeling well, go to the infirmary. Albik will take care of you. Don't worry.
I meant our book. Please, don't tell the abbot about it. We weren't doing anything wrong, but if he found out, he'd throw us out.
Well, I have to tell Albik that the sick spent a lot of time together, but I probably won't go into detail.
I understand. I'll pray that all the sick recover swiftly.
What did I do to you?
Christ! I'm too late. Some building plans. Looks like a church. And underneath, probably a crypt? I should tell Albic about this.
Don't cause any trouble. Got it?
Why? Are you feeling ill? Pressure on your chest? Muscle weakness?
No, but when I was bathing one of the sick today,
I see. A direct hit.
Young man, could we borrow you for a moment?
Then rinse with hot water.
I found another infected.
You're not the only one. While you were gone, they brought in several more. So, where's your sick man?
With the Lord now. I found him too late.
Lord have mercy. Do you at least know who it was?
One of the monks. His name was Ernest.
That's the second death today. Let's hope it's the last. The confessor's dead. Old Stephen.
Don't blame yourself. I'm sure you did everything you could to help him.
We tried, but sometimes there's just nothing we can do. At least we know he's no longer suffering. And what about you? Did you find out anything about the others who are sick? Do they have anything in common?
I found out that Ernest, Yaroslav and Blazhena were meeting regularly. There's a secret copying workshop in the cellar.
A secret? But why? And what in God's name was she doing there?
Well, it's a long story, but I know for sure they were meeting down there. Those three from the infirmary, and the overseer I found dead.
Very well. I believe you. That explains why those three got infected. Do you think it happened in their workshop? Did you notice dampness, mold, any strange smell or bad air?
Nothing like that. It was damp, but the air was otherwise clean.
In that case, someone must have brought the illness to them.
But who?
Probably Ernest. If he died first, it would make sense.
Well, maybe the illness just killed him faster because he was older. Like the confessor.
That's possible too.
So, what are we going to do now?
We'll go to the abbot. You, Zacharias, and I. This is getting out of hand, and the number of sick keeps rising.
To the abbot? Right now?
You think waiting will solve anything?
You've all come. That can't mean anything good.
The truth is, more are falling ill and the infirmary's filling up fast.
We're trying to give them all they need. But soon there'll be no beds and they'll have to lie on the floor.
How many have died?
The old confessor, Brother Stephen.
And Brother Ernest, too.
Ernest?
He died in his cell. No one even knew he'd fallen ill.
So, it started then.
Ernest wasn't treated. Even mild illness can be deadly without care.
And Stephen's age didn't help either.
When the Black Death last swept the town, it also started slowly. The old, the sick, those no one missed were the first to die. And then we couldn't even bury the dead in time, let alone give them the last rites. Now, the Lord is punishing us for it.
We do have some good news. With Henry's help, we might soon uncover where the infection's coming from.
We know that Brother Yaroslav and that maid both met with Ernest, so the illness must have spread between them.
They all met? Even the maid? Why?
Blazena was in charge of the pantry for the servants. Sometimes she'd take things to the monastery kitchen, too.
That makes no sense. Even if that really happened, though I highly doubt it, she'd have only met Salarius Julian, certainly not Ernest.
Henry, stop making things up and tell the truth. This is a serious matter.
All right, very well. Forgive me, Father. They met together. In the monastery cellar.
Just breathing the same foul air as someone infected for a while puts you at risk.
And since I found Ernest already dead, we believe he's the one who brought the sickness among the others. If he was the first to die, then he must have been the first to catch it, right?
But where did he catch it?
I don't know yet, Father. But I have certain suspicions. What was his job in the monastery?
Ernest oversaw all building and repair work in the monastery.
And what had he been working on lately?
He'd been supervising repairs in the church. A floor had collapsed above the crypt recently. He was assigning tasks to laborers and overseeing the work.
Which crypt do you mean?
Some important nobles are buried there. But most of all, it's the tomb of my predecessors. May their souls rest in peace.
That might be the source of the foul air. The illness could have spread from the exposed crypt.
What was I just thinking about?
I ought to go into the church and inspect everything thoroughly. Especially that crypt.
That's not a good idea. If the illness is really spreading from there, no one should go in.
I understand your concern, Zacharias. But Henry is right. At this point, it's just a supposition, and we must put it to the test.
Enough. What nonsense is this? No one's going into that crypt. The disease is spreading. The infirmary is full. We've already got 2 dead.
Father, I understand you're afraid, but...
Afraid? I'm not afraid. I bear responsibility for the whole monastery, for every living soul. And it's my God-given duty to do everything I can to protect them from the plague.
Father, wait. Just give us a day. 2 at most. I'll just find out where the sickness came from.
You won't get another hour. The monastery is to be sealed. No one goes in, no one comes out. All the monks are to withdraw to their cells.
What about us? You want to keep us here against our will?
I don't want to, but I must. And at the same time, I humbly ask for your help. Believe me, you'll be repaid when the time is right. You came to me with a certain request. Help me, you may consider it granted.
It's for the best, Albec. Even if it turns out not to be the plague, it's still a deadly illness. And we're within sight of the town. If it spreads to Kuttenberg, it'd be a disaster.
I know. But as you wish. I'm sorry, Henry. But I'm afraid we have no choice.
Ibi Domine, fratrum nostrum, militer commendamus, ut quem in hac vita mortali, immenso semperes prosecutus amore, nunc malis omnibus liberatum, in requiem in gredi iubias sempiterna. Tuam ergo clementium deprecamur, ut via prima iam transierunt, illum in paradisum tum begnine perducas, ubi neque luctus, neque clamor, neque dolor erit ultra. Sed pax et gaudium, cum Filio tuo et Spiritu Sancto, in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
What now?
This whole situation keeps getting worse. How am I meant to treat a disease I know almost nothing about? This can't end well.
Then what do you suggest? The abbot's forbidden us from going anywhere outside the infirmary.
Not only that, he's had the monastery gates shut. No one's allowed in.
Or out. Ludolf's men are even patrolling the grounds. We're literally imprisoned.
Still, something must be done. The beds are nearly full, and there's not endless space on the floor either.
Henry, I know I've no right to ask this of you.
Speak plainly. What do you need?
Straight to the point. You remind me of myself. I always used to urge Albic too, remember?
How could I forget? You young ones are always rushing about. But to the point. Search the church crypt. If there's a plague grave down there, uncovered by that collapse, then at least we'll know for sure.
But surely no one would have buried plague victims there. That's where the abbot's tombs are.
I'm not looking to confirm it. On the contrary, I want to rule it out. I still don't believe we're dealing with plague. I'll stay here and tend to the sick.
Let me assist you, friend.
Thank you. I appreciate that. There's enough work here for the both of us. Henry, try speaking with the workers repairing the collapsed floor. In the best case, they might have noticed something. In the worst case, they'll already be showing symptoms of the disease.
And how do I get there? I'm not even supposed to poke my nose outside. The knights are patrolling the grounds.
If they catch him wandering somewhere he shouldn't be, they'll have him thrown out.
And the abbot will find out we're investigating the source of the outbreak despite his explicit orders. But this is about lives. Henry, I believe you can do it. But still, be careful.
I'll do what must be done. Just make sure you look after the sick.
Hold on. In Italy, physicians wear a kind of hood with a mask. It protects them from foul air and perhaps even the plague.
True. I've heard the same in Padua.
Sounds good. But where am I meant to get one around here?
With a bit of skill, you can make it yourself. All you need for the hood is a piece of leather. You'll need to hang fragrant herbs around the collar. Something like mint or sage.
Might as well perfume myself all over.
You jest. But yes. The less foul air you breathe in, the better.
You can use the workbench in the alchemical workshop to make it.
All right. I'll be off then.
Best of luck. And God be with you.
And with you.
Damn it!
What do you want?
What? Huh? Hey, get out of here!
Get moving. You can't be here.
I need to ask you something.
Look, you probably shouldn't be here, right? You heard the talk. They say there's some pestilence going round.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm here. I just need to ask a few questions. You help me, I'll help you.
What do you mean?
You work here day in, day out. Barely leaving the place, right? So if you ever need something, I'm your man.
Well, you said you're from the infirmary, eh? I heard you lot have all kinds of medicines over there. Proper strong stuff. I'd like to try something. Because of the plague, of course. You know what I mean. Bring me a couple of files and I'll tell you what I know.
What's this cross doing here?
Greetings.
Good.
Do you know what this cross is?
Oh my, that looks pricey. Where'd you get it?
It was in your mate's things. Over in that tent by the wall. I reckon they nicked it from somewhere.
Fuck, but I don't know anything about that. I swear to God, stealing is a sin and a straight path to hell. The blokes sleeping in those tents work down in the crypt. I don't even talk to them, honestly.
So you think they stole it from the crypt?
I'm telling you, I don't know anything about it. And I don't want to know either.
All right, then. Tell me everything you know, or a disease will be the least of your worries.
All right, no need to get worked up. Fine, what do you want to know?
Have you noticed anything odd lately? Suspicious?
What, during work? We're at it from dusk till dawn. No time to be watching what's going on.
Sure, but while you're working, you must hear a thing or two. You know how folk chatter while they work.
Well, I suppose there are two groups of workers here. Us lot working above ground, and another lot working down in the crypt. We don't talk to each other much.
Why not?
They're a right bunch of bastards. Maybe because they've been at it longer than us. They hardly ever come up before we knock off. Some of them probably even sleep down there. Ugh.
Why are there two crews here?
We take care of everything above ground. They're dealing with that collapse into the crypt. We hardly ever see each other.
Where can I find the other crew?
Their tents are right next to the monastery wall.
Who's in charge of your lot?
Andra, our foreman. But the work's clearly laid out. He doesn't have time to be breathing down our necks all the time.
I haven't seen him around. Where can I find him?
No idea. Truth be told, I haven't seen him myself in a while.
And that doesn't strike you as odd?
You think, what, he's sick too?
Well, he's definitely not in the infirmary. Hopefully he's all right. Thanks. That'll be all.
Huh? Hey, get out of here! What's it gonna be? I'm losing my...
What? My God. Oh.
What? I don't like repeating myself, but you have no business being here. Leave me be.
Forgive the intrusion, Brother Librarian.
An apology will not spare us this dreadful illness, but obeying the abbot's orders might. Haven't you heard them? I moved in here so I could continue my work and keep the mandated solitude. So leave me in its safe embrace and go away.
I understand, but I've come on an urgent matter.
And I'm urgently asking you to leave me be. I don't want to catch the illness and stand before the Lord. Not yet.
I understand your fear, but I'm Master Albic's assistant, as you surely know.
Then why aren't you at his side, tending to the poor souls already afflicted?
What can one say to that? But I take the illness and proper precautions most seriously. And I'll prove it to you at once. To fight the illness, it's important to purify the air. For that, herbs may suffice.
Really? That'll do it?
Not entirely, but it helps greatly. And that's the best that can be done here.
And which herbs are they?
Mint and sage. And it's best if you tie them into a pouch to wear around your neck. Wait a moment, I'll fetch the herbs for you. And then we'll be able to speak without fear.
King of Bohemia, and you, Saint Redeemer.
Here are the herbs I promised, brother. Keep them on you.
Thank you. Truly.
May I ask you a favor, then?
But please, keep it brief.
Brother Librarian, I need your help.
What is it?
This might sound odd, but do you have that book where I could find a recipe for aromatic oil?
My answer may sound even odder. I do. It's on the stand over there. One of my brothers was searching for a recipe, an oil for hardened heels, from working out in our garden. Perhaps it will be of use to you as well.
Hey, get out of here!
You'd best move along.
I've boiled that chamomile for too long.
Don't you know there's a quarantine?
I've got everything I need to make the plague mask. Now, just to actually make it.
You aren't supposed to be here.
You'd best move along.
I hope this works.
What?
What a night.
Who's there?
still. I don't like it one bit.
Better guarding up here than down there, though.
That's true.
We ought to do...
Let's hope the mask does the trick. A drawing of some kind of cross. Oh, Jesus Christ. Ugh, rotting corpses. Eh? What's this? A map of the underground. This crypt carries on.
Not supposed to be here.
Christ, Albic! What happened? Are you alright?
I am, yes. But it looks like we've been robbed.
Why? And who did it, for Christ's sake?
Gentlemen, please, keep it down. You're disturbing the patients. For God's sake, what happened here? What a mess.
What do you think? Someone was clearly looking for something.
But there's nothing of value here.
Well, actually...
Albic! You brought them here?
What were you thinking?
And was I supposed to leave them unsupervised?
And? Were they stolen?
Thank the Lord, no. I still had them on me.
Can someone tell me what exactly was nearly stolen?
As you know, Henry, I spent a good part of my life at King Wenceslas's court, tending to his health. Thanks to that, I learned much about his private life, what ailed him, how and when he got injured, and what treatments I used. I recorded all my findings and methods, partly in case anyone cast doubts on them, and partly for others to copy, if necessary. If these detailed records were to fall into the wrong hands, I dare not imagine the consequences.
Plenty of folk would pay handsomely for them.
Or try to steal them for that very reason. Who could have got in and made such a mess?
I was busy tending the sick. I noticed nothing.
Nor did I, I'm afraid. There's work here for 3 more physicians.
That actually made it quite easy for the culprit.
But we still don't know who to suspect.
Surely you realize the abbot himself might be interested in those records.
Father Jan? Nonsense. We've known each other for years.
Not quite well enough. When he heard you were coming, he was pressing me to persuade you to let him read them.
But that's out of the question. Absolutely not.
That's exactly what I told him. The look on his face. If looks could kill, I'd be dead.
How did he even hear about them?
Their existence is no secret. Even King Sigismund mentioned them to me once or twice. And if he ever said anything in front of the abbot...
And the thief waited until the monastery was closed?
So, Albic isn't leaving. Even if he wanted to.
Let's not jump to conclusions. And don't start pointing fingers. Henry, go and ask Brother Benedict and Dinesh in the infirmary if they noticed anything. Maybe we'll get lucky.
All right, then. I'll return to my patients and pretend nothing's amiss. No need to alarm them over this.
Right. Agreed. Whoever it was, they went through everything thoroughly.
Good day. What do you need?
Did you notice anything suspicious this past hour?
One of the sick men has been throwing up constantly, and I suspect another one's faking it to skip work.
No, I need to know if anyone's been nosing around our room.
I spent most of my time with the vomiting one, or out in the yard scrubbing his bedding. I didn't see anyone.
Someone went through our room, or rather tossed it all about. Likely looking for something.
And what about the alchemy lab? Was that turned over too?
No. I think that one's untouched.
Oh, thank God. I'll go check it anyway, just to be sure. Was anything stolen?
That's the thing. Nothing was taken, so we don't even know what they were after.
I should have been more watchful, right? I'm sorry. I promise I'll keep a better eye on things from now on.
Don't beat yourself up. It's not your fault.
God be with you.
Did you see anyone go in or out of our room?
I'm not sure. I think I saw a monk go in. I couldn't say who.
A monk? You mean Benedict?
No, it wasn't him. But hard to say. Damn it, why do they all look the same in here?
It's not exactly helpful, I know. Any idea when that was?
Roughly an hour ago. Maybe 2. Has something happened?
Damn it. Never mind. Better if you ask Zacharias. I spoke with Benedict and Dennis. Neither noticed a thing.
I thought as much. We've all had our hands full here. So, we still know nothing.
I might have something, but I'm not sure yet how it ties to those records.
What do you mean?
I went down to the crypt, and I found open tombs and rotting corpses.
Good God!
No sign of a mass grave, though. Just individual tombs.
That's both good and bad news. At least we can now rule out the plague. But if the workers caught something from the air around those tombs, then anyone else could catch it too. Why did they even open them?
They were probably looking for something inside. I found this sketch.
That looks like the emblem of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. But why would they look for it among deceased abbots? Even putting aside that it's sacrilege, I don't see the connection.
Nor do I. But there must be one, because they locked me in the crypt over it.
What?
I managed to get out and ran straight back to you. But I was interrupted by this ransacked room.
Maybe we'd better keep all this to ourselves. For now, at least. You might ask Crispin about the coat of arms too. With luck, he'll find something in the archives that sheds some light on how it all connects to those open tombs. But best do it tomorrow. This evening's been more than enough. One adventure a day is plenty.
Agreed. Let's clear up the room, then sleep.
We'll be wiser come morning.
Shapping beast. Kick its ass. You stop that, for Christ! Fuck's sake.
Good morning, everyone. I trust you've had a decent sleep. The sick are waiting, and being tired doesn't excuse us from our duties.
All right, give me a moment. Then we'll go and check on the patients. And where's Benedict, anyway?
If I may, gentlemen. Haven't you heard? There was a fire here last night.
A fire? Here at the monastery?
The small shed by the mill house burned down, but it was probably just an unfortunate accident. Thank the Lord it's all over now.
And no one was hurt?
Well, that's the thing. No one burned, but there were 2 men in the shed. Or rather, 2 bodies.
Bodies? Whose were they, for God's sake?
That... I don't know, sir.
Who found them? And how did he get them out?
Elijah, one of the lay brothers. He ran into the flames thinking he could save them, but they were already dead.
And what was he doing outside in the middle of the night? You don't suppose he had something to do with it?
He's never been any trouble. There's no reason to suspect him.
And how do you know they didn't die in the flames? Just because they weren't burnt to cinders doesn't prove anything.
I didn't see them, but they said there were no burns, and it didn't look like they'd suffocated either.
So, how did they end up there? What killed them? Didn't anyone tell you about them?
They were sent to be washed, but the washers noticed, signs.
How do you know about these signs? Did someone examine them?
No, they were only to be washed, but when the signs of illness were spotted, the abbot ordered them locked away in the hops store. Ludolf promised he'd send one of his men to guard the door. No one is to go near them.
That was highly irresponsible. Someone needs to examine them thoroughly. We can't afford uncertainty.
You want to bring them to the infirmary with the others? No. No, let them stay locked away somewhere separate.
Are you afraid the other sick might get even worse? At least we could have them all in one place.
Was anyone else there besides Elijah?
No, or at least no one I know of. I'll leave you to it now. If you need me, I'll be with the sick.
I'm going to. Disease? Fire? What next? A swarm of locusts?
First they ransacked my room, now this. I don't like it one bit.
Do you think the fire's got anything to do with what they were after in your chambers?
Who knows? I feel like someone wants us gone, and they're trying to frighten us into leaving.
All the more reason to get to the bottom of this.
But I can hardly go poking around myself to find out what really happened.
Don't worry. That's what I'm here for.
Maybe Zacharias was right after all. You never know when an aid like that might come in handy. So, what's your plan?
Quite a few things, actually. I'll take a look around the burned-down shed. There might still be some clues.
Good idea. It might have just been an accident, but it won't hurt to make sure.
I should probably speak with the lay brother who pulled the bodies out of the flames.
Elijah, right? But be gentle. No one should have to go through what he did last night.
What about the corpses? You said you wanted to examine them.
And that's what I'll do. We can't afford doubts when there's a deadly illness spreading.
But Benedict said the abbot forbade it, and that one of the knights is watching over them.
If he's got any sense at all, he'll understand this is serious. A proper diagnosis is key to the next step.
Whoever it is, he's still following orders. He'll know the risk if he disobeys them.
So what do you suggest I do?
Leave it to me.
So what you're saying is, use an unorthodox approach.
I could always bribe the guard. A few groschen might get me in to see the dead.
Think it through. A sworn knight might resist temptation more than some townsman.
Well, I'm no physician like you, but I've learnt a lot about the illness. I could say I'm your apprentice.
That won't be enough.
But I'll throw in some nonsense about needing an ear or an eye to make some curative potion.
For God's sake, be quiet. And don't you dare utter that rot in front of the knight.
Well, what reason can't solve, brute force might. A well-placed blow can open any door. And to confirm or disprove the suspicion of a deadly plague, a broken nose is a small price, isn't it?
You're probably right. But please, treat it as a last resort. The infirmary's full as it is. Don't give us more work. And when you do get to the bodies, take your time with the examination. The main thing is not to be repulsed.
So, what exactly should I be looking for?
Anything unusual. You know well the symptoms the sick here have, but a keen eye may spot other signs too. If you're not sure, just try to remember what you saw. If you describe it to me later, I should be able to identify it.
I can't think of anything else.
Nor can I. Well then, best of luck.